Morning, guys. John here, Mr. Forex Fire. Got a cup of tea ready straight away. Let's dig into the session this morning. It is Friday, the 24th of September. This will be the end of this week's playlist for YouTube on this session. And we're going to head into a few things before we go into the charts, okay? Just share my screen. Let's take a look. So again, just to give you all a heads up, you are possibly watching this via YouTube at the moment. And just to give you guys an update, I'm now officially on 1,450 viewers. I do thank everybody that watches what I do. From there, guys, as always, if you can hit the subscribe button if you're not already doing that, hit the notification bell just to get notified when I go live. And if you can, please hit this little button here on the join. This will give you access to further things within the channel, okay? Not only that, with the badge and emojis, and once you hit the fire member, we will give you access all areas to this area, which is our members. And from there, guys, again, this goes from strength to strength. It's over a year old now, which is now why we've incorporated the member side of it, the members on the YouTube channel side of it, so to speak. From there, guys, in the description below, you'll see links to get access to me personally via Facebook. And again, from there, we have links on there on what I do on a day-to-day basis. And I have all my updates and everything on this wall, guys, okay? With that said, that's all the housework done. Let's jump into what we're all here for, and this is the session. Now, I normally put this on the 15 minutes to start off with to look for a directional bias, because we are working a 1 hour time, 1 minute time frame, sorry. From the 1 minute time frame, we jump up the 2 time frames to get the 15 minutes, because we are stretching this into a 2 hour bias, okay? From there, guys, you can see that we did hit a -1 2 days ago. We brought it back and we got just under 2% yesterday. The general bias yesterday was to be coming up into this area at some stage. We actually got that at around about 3 o'clock yesterday. This happened. So if we go to the 15 minute, and we'll drill this in, remember, guys, just take no notice of all these pink lines. This is just from when we started it. I like to keep these on so I can go back and do the back test and look at things after I take notes. So it will look messy at the moment. However, we can see, if we just draw a few things out, we can see that there is generally on the 15 minute going to be the ceiling. Okay, we're just going to have a look into here. So what I would possibly do, I would have that as the wick, from the body to the wick, okay? Just want to see if this is an imbalance. Is there any imbalance up here for a target on the 15 minute? Yeah, there certainly is. So if I look at that there down to that wick, selling power, selling power, selling power, selling power, selling power out of the block. But as we come in, we've had a wick come back into a certain area on here, just to show you, okay? We've got selling power. We've got this here, but the buyers were in control for a little bit. So we do it from this wick. So there's just solid block of selling all the way down, and we closed here. We opened the new candle. The buyers went into control to this area here. So this here is this here will be our area of concentration for the upside. Okay, so we just drill that out. Again, will we get hit up into there? Maybe hard. I don't think we might. Well, I don't think we'll quite get up to there. The day here, I think we'll quite possibly we can possibly attain this level today again. Again, we're on the 15 minute. As you can see, we've got a block of consolidation. However, let's move this out. We may, I'm just going to get rid of that because there's so much of that's being met. We may have two areas this morning. Okay. This area here, which we will make yellow. We'll do our demand areas as these, the orange. So demand is generally on the bottom, on the floor. Demand is the floor. When there's not enough, when there's not enough there and it's demand, the demand's on the floor. Okay, so these will be our lighter colors. Supply is when there's far too much stacked up. The supply is on the top. Once you reach that supply, you then normally get a decline. Okay, so we've got that area there. Let's just get rid of this, get rid of this. And this is an imbalanced area, which we were looking at yesterday. We'll get rid of that. There's another area that I'm slightly interested in, which is that there. So as far as I can see today, guys, we'll get rid of that one. We've got our plane area, okay? We could technically sort of meander a bit, meet this area here, okay, to then possibly push down to push up, or we could do this coming down to take coming up, I should say, to take liquidity of that there, not so much up here, but at least take liquidity here to then push down to swoop the liquidity lower here, okay, into the 50% to then push up, okay. So scenario one, let's just look at it. We could do a couple of other lower highs and lower highs and lower lows come down, okay, liquidity, stay within liquidity, but then swoop and then jump up, okay? Or we may take liquidity on the high side to take liquidity on the low side to then do a massive jump into here. If we take liquidity here, let's say we take liquidity there, and then we take like this liquidity on the low side, I dare say we will get a massive spike up into this area here. So that's the general bias of what we've got this morning. The one thing that we are looking at is obviously these two playing fields on the bottom, these two playing fields on the top. It's now half past 8, so let's just drill further in. So we've got our two outer fields to look at. And as always, the vertical field. Half past. Let's just drill this out. 8:30 a.m. Start. And you know the drill. We go to 10:30 a.m. finish. Right, so we've got, let's look at the swings. So you've got that there, but I'd be more inclined to seeing that broke, to be honest. And then on the lower side, we've got that. Now, within this area here, we have got a nice W pattern, okay? So on that W pattern, we've got this here, got this on the lower. We've got a harmonic. We've got a harmonic pattern. So on this here, we could have two areas of an importance. One, we could be coming in to mitigate of this area, which is generally 50%. There's our fire zones. So I'm just going to mark off a few black areas this morning, or grey areas on the zones. So if we just make it a light, and we'll see how these react from here. So I think today might be more of an analysis lesson as much as taking a trade. We might just do this as watching price action today, to be fair. But I'm just going to take that from there. Take this from here. In fact, let's go from where we were yesterday. Okay, so we do that and go to clone. Again, you put the one line on the 0 and you should end up with 1, 0. Okay. We'll make these zones here. We'll make these zones here a lightish green. Okay. Because these will be on the upper side. And we'll make these into levels here as well. We'll see how this reacts today. If we can get rid of that. If we get rid of that. Right, guys. So there we have it. We've got our harmonic, which was just before the 8 o'clock. Okay. Just make this a bit bigger. Stretch these out. Stretch these levels out. So these are our levels. So that's our level of play today. I'm just going to sort of experiment with something today. And the only reason why I've done this is, one, we've got that harmonic, okay? If the harmonic pattern breaks, we're looking for levels of structure further up. The two that are closer on the inner, these are our stronger boxes, or our stronger magnets, or stronger fire zones sort of thing. Again, I'm going to be looking at the possible break of structure on that there. So I want to make that one red. If I get a break of structure on this one here, I'll be certainly looking to play a trade from here. Okay. With that being said, if this sort of reverses down, I may be looking at an entry from this sort of area. So again, we just wait it out. We wait for the play. And then I'll take it from there, guys. Okay, so I'm either waiting for a break, wait for break. We want this on the bottom center. So I'm waiting for the break there. Again, we're heading down because this is a harmonic pattern from the D. We would be expecting some sort of a retrace down, either bouncing off here to go into one of these ones here, or here, possibly fulfilling down to the C before rocketing off to the top side, because my analysis is still staying the same. I do believe the Euro USD is on a turn for the uptrend. I do anticipate possibly the firebox to be met in here at some stage, but I do believe over time today we may see price hitting these higher ends as well. So I'm just going to pause the video for now. We've got the buyers set up, we've got the harmonics, we've got the level set. This is something we're testing first. This is something we're testing for the first time today, to be honest, to show you how things can be respected within these fire zones. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video. We'll come back in a bit. We've got everything set up. We've got all of our ducks lined up in a row, and then we'll be ready to knock them down, guys. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, so let's just take a look. Share the screen. We're trying something with a bit of a twist today. Let's just get my handsome face a bit bigger. So we've got levels, okay, our harmonic pattern. We've got levels which is contained within this. We get a breakout, we got levels on the top. I should have really done it on the bottom as well, to be fair, but we can quite easily do that. In fact, while we're on here, let's just do that. Get these. Let's take a look from there, and we will be just doing it to here. Now you can see I've not made this up. Look what this level contains. Look what this level contains. I've not made that up, guys. You've seen where these levels go down to. The order block. I'm hoping you're having a light bulb moment with this sort of stuff. Just cancel that. I hope you're having a bit of a light bulb moment. So it's when you get a break of structure, okay, these are the sort of levels we would be sort of looking at. Again, we go down to there. Risk to reward. 1 to 3. Because we've come down, we broke the structure of this. See, we'll get the entry on there. Let's just have these levels. Put out. That's fantastic. That's just showing you just what these levels do, to be fair. And this was drawn out ages ago, this box. So those are our levels. This is the neutral area. This is if we get a break of that structure. Okay, and this is if we get a break to the downside. So we're going to see where you can see these fire zones, okay? We've come down, we've respected on the 1 minute. We've got candle within there, a full candle. We've got here, it's hovered into this area because we've had a break of structure here, okay? So we'll just get the fire wand out. Because this here is liquidity, okay, this solitary candle here, we broke out of liquidity stretched along here. There's a few candles here, and now we're coming back in to ender, okay. This is a 1 to 3. Again, we may get price to go above here, so it'll be a 2 3 2 because we're going to protect the liquidity up on this side as well. We'll see we'll get an entry on there, okay. Again, just take note every time we come on these levels, okay, these levels, and see how well they are respected. Okay, we're getting the little bit of a drive up at some stage between the pink banner, which is our work zone today. We should get a break to the upside, which is what we were anticipating for later on today at some stage, or we may get a breakdown to one of these zones before we get the push up. Okay, again, out of the zones, this is on the higher side of where I'm expecting the thing. So this would be If this was to play out today, this would be a fantastic bias analysis, to be fair. I'm going to pause the video. We're going to come back to see if we're getting an entry on. In fact, we'll leave it on at the moment because it looks as if it's going to enter in a second. See if we'll get that entry. Let's just drill a bit further in. And remember, later on today, we've got the Forex Fire Friday, a weekly vlog to be doing, where I'm going to go over what we've done, where we're heading to, what our goals are, what we want to attain, and how I can actually help you further progress in building your confidence, your consistency, and your profitability. See, we'll get that push up into the entry area. It wants to. It's hovering. The candle itself, there's the new candle. That's not even a pipette, or not even a pip or a pipette away from entering. There's been a long drive up here, okay? This should end. It should end any second. We've got now, as we delve a bit deeper, you've got imbalance there straight away, okay? It just took the imbalance there, so we can take that out. Again, your imbalance is residing there right now. Starting to wick into that. And it's good to watch the price action play out on these, to be fair. Again, we're just about to change candle again. There's your candle there, 45 seconds. We might get a little bit of consolidation because at the moment this is on a pullback. So what we have is from here, A, B, and then I'll just put that there. Generally, that to that would be the push. Now, again, you can't make this up, guys, okay? Your zero to A is generally the push from the B. So the B, look where the C would come to. And again, I don't make this up. This is done right in front of your eyes. It's coming down into this order block. So we get the A, B. If we do get that C drive, the impulse that we're expecting, we could possibly get the entry from here. But again, guys, I don't make this stuff up. That's the size of the push, your correction, and then the impulse is going to bring you down into this area if price was going to push that way. Again, this looks as if it's going to misbehave and it's going to drive out of that harmonic pattern, to be fair. But again, you can see what I mean with regards to these zones and pattern trading. Let's just see what happens with this. We'll stay alive because it is actually driving up towards there. It's going to push us out. Too strong of a candle for that to reverse down. It's already taking liquidity on this bit. From there, the only place where liquidity resides is up on here. Or is it just actually basically doing the order block entry from there, to be fair? Time will tell. We'll see. This is just entering from the order block on this side here. But it has swooped and it's taken liquidity from the harmonics, from the X and the D, to be fair. We still might get that push down. We still might get that push down into where the C area is on the order block here. But we'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see. I'll pause the video for now and we'll come back in a moment or two, guys, just to see where we are. I hope you've got your notepads and you're looking at these on the ABCs when you get, obviously, your wave, okay? You stretch from the start point to the ear, which is generally a swing. when you get the correction, generally the next impulse move is the same measurement from the start of price down to the swing low. So on the swing high to the swing low, you have your correction. Get your swing high to swing low. If you get that second initial drive from where the pullback starts from or pullback ends, you put your next drive, which is the similar sort of push on the first initial drive on the next section. That will generally push it down to where you expect to go if price behaves in that continuation of a trend. Okay, I must stress that if price was to continuate in the trend after that pullback, that would be a sort of target area. And just for extra confluence, look where we were heading towards on here. This would just mean the harmonic pattern is being fulfilled to its full potential, in fairness, before there may be either a reversal on the price direction or a complete breakthrough of the 100% retrace of the C to D point, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pause the video, see where we are. Look where we've wicked into as well, guys, before we end this. Look where we wicked into. Again, 50%. Don't make this stuff up. Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll get rid of that. Let price do what it needs to do. We'll see what's going to come down to here. Again, I've got it, the price on it at 232. We might do a move to break even, to be fair. Let's take a look. Do a move to break even. That's if it's going to give us it. Make it a bit thicker. Make it purple. Should I try and move this to here? Or should I just keep it here? Make a decision. We'll keep it there for now. So that's the analysis so far, guys. I mean, I'm hoping you are enjoying this. And in fact, what we'll do is we'll move this down to here. We'll move it down to here. So that's going to be a 1 to 3, 2, 7. There's the move to break even. I'm going to stay on live. That's the move to break even. And in fact, there's a 1, 3, 2. Right. You see how this is respecting. Again, guys, I'm just showing you the power in this, to be fair. Look, inner fireboxes, wick, bang, bang. It's respecting. This may even push back up to here before it comes down. The problem I've got now is because I've got to move to break even point. This might actually just hit the break even and it'll knock us out. Let's see what happens. It's a risk we're going to take. Again, we haven't lost anything if it does this. If we had this on as a live trade again, we would actually have possibly this being a break even plus a few pips. But we'll see what happens. We are anticipating the drive down to here, as I was saying, the initial drive, got the pullback. The BC leg is the same width as the first initial push. So this would be an anticipated move. Looks like it's going to push out to break even, to be fair, which is a shame. Yeah, that would have been a break even now because it's pushed out. We'll see if this actually gives the initial move on here. Like I said, that was a risk I was willing to take. We'll move that to a break even. Nothing's lost on that. We'll come back in a second. We'll see if we actually get the drive back down to here or not. I'm going to pause the video. We'll be back in a second. If we get the initial break out of here on the top side, to be fair, then I'll be looking at an entry from down here. Okay, so that's the first trade with a break even. I hope you are taking some little sort of light bulb moments and aha moments from this. So I'll be back in a second as soon as we have the next move. Hey guys, we're back again. I'm just going to have a quick look on the screen just to show you what I'm seeing from my mind's eye. You can see we've got a harmonic pattern. We're playing into the field of play. However, from again my aspect and what I can see, drive up. Are you ready for the magic here, guys? Drive up to here, which was the A, the impulse down to here. The B would be up to here. C, we're anticipating the drive down. Okay, so again, if you look into this, guys, look at where the pullback was. The pullback was there. Look at the outline. Look where the anticipation is. Will we get this move down into here? I mean, again, harmonic patterns and things like that. We'll just see if we do actually head down into here. Maybe I shouldn't have moved this to a break-even trade. Again, look at the levels of respecting. It's coming to respect into the zones again. If we get the initial pull out of here, we may get a bounce and retest to come down and then maybe do a little bit of this before then heading down to then will it go into the lower side before it eventually takes off to the higher side areas. Let's just stay with this and see what happens. Again, there's the initial push out. It looks as if it's doing that. The candle's got 30 seconds. $20 seconds left of that candle. It's wanting to push, it's wanting to drive, it's wanting to give. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Three, two, one, change your candle. Now, look where that's beautifully hit. We might get the rejection back up onto here. Hopefully, structure will hold. Or it might even just drive. It might just tank down to where I thought that initial was going to go. Again, I should have held the break-even area. It's respecting into the fire zone there. And what makes this so good, guys, is the fact that I'm doing this in front of your very eyes. I'm recording it. I'm doing the zones. It's 1 minute. A lot of people get scared with 1 minute. I'm able to comment on what's happening on here. I'm anticipating moves within a bias I've given for today. I've got my levels set. So when it's coming down to hit these areas and it's going bang, 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 I'm anticipating these maneuvers within the structure of play that I'm looking at. Yes, we look at the bigger picture, the bigger chart, but I've got my 8:30 to 10:30. I know between that a lot of time, I've got my higher and lower levels set. I know I'm working within that area of field. And again, it's respecting these areas. Fantastic. It's coming back up to test on here. Still within this harmonic. Okay, and we've got the harmonic here as well. But this harmonic is not a harmonic until bang. Until that area is hit. Once this area is hit, we've built another harmonic pattern. And structure-wise, on the bigger picture, structure-wise, the whole of the harmonic and the area of play is that. And it's all within that area there. Again, this is not a valid harmonic until we touch down into this area. It's got to drive into that area, okay? We'll just get rid of that. And like I say, guys, I mentioned earlier this morning, this area being significant. Look at that as well. We've played into that. a possible trade here, to be fair. There's a possible trade there, which I'll look at as well. We'll save that in us. Again, I'm not too fussed if we get a minus there. All I'm excited about the day is because we've had a harmonic prior. We've had a more harmonic pattern prior to the entries today. This was a BE. We'll move this to here. We're going to get rid of that there. I'm looking for that trade there to 1 to 4. We'll risk this for a biscuit. We'll risk it for a biscuit the day. If this one touches in, we're not going to be moving to any break evens. We're going to be looking to get that 4%. We'll see what happens. See if we'll get the re-entry. We'll move that up. 375, we'll call it. No, we'll go for the 4. We'll go for the 4.09. Right, for some reason. So yeah. Down into here. This area here is actually moved. That's there. I must have moved this one before on the thing. Again, look, we've come up, respect, come out, touch, respect, bounce down, bounce in, bounce up, respect. Can't make this stuff up, guys. We can't make this stuff up. Again, I'm going to pause the video, guys, because going on this analysis now, this harmonic is still in play. Okay, we get the drive down on this harmonic. This does not become valid. Look at this, guys. We've come up. We've come a little bit further up than what we were anticipating. I thought we were just going to go here. We've come down to touch. We're now into this area here. A little bit of consolidation I'm expecting before a drive down. Maybe I was hoping for a touch up here. I'll still keep this trade live for a 1 to 4. Okay. Again, this is going to be a heavily respected area. Will this push through? Again, it's 1 and 2. We've got 30 seconds left. It's wicked out of it, but we need the body and close. We get the body and close out of this buyer zone. We may get the push out, to push back in, to then drive down to this area here, fulfilling this harmonic, but then starting off a new harmonic, which then we should get a drive of price back out. 4 seconds left. Are we going to close outside of that fire zone? Let's drill further in. Yes, we are. Little bit annoying because if we had kept that there's a 1 to 5 for that to be fulfilled. Again, we kept the risk there for a break even. To be fair, that was a break even trade. It's coming down. Let's just stay alive. We might as well stay alive. Watch the price action fulfill. Let's take a look. Yeah, price is starting to move back up. Again, look at this, guys. I don't make this stuff up. Again, we've got the patterned area of that there. That's coming in to fulfill. It's rejecting off it at the moment. So the halfway points of these potential, even the potential harmonic patterns, is going to hold the significance of a support or resistance. Again, this is the next bit we need to push through. If we get the push through there, we'll possibly get the bounce up, and then we'll get it fulfilled into, into the analysis area that I was expecting the bias. Let's go back. I'll pause the video and see where we are in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, this is happening all pretty quick, to be fair. I'll be back in a second for you though, guys. I hope you're enjoying me giving you a running commentary on what we're expecting and the analysis coming through. Please drop your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking of the session. This one today so far has been a really good one. It's given you a deep dive sort of outlook of what I'm looking into. And I really do hope you're enjoying these sessions. And that didn't take too long at all. Look at this. We've now fulfilled this area. Let's just get rid of this trade here. We've worked beautifully into this. This here has been fulfilled. That's that completed. Okay, guys, that's that harmonic completed. We're now into the new one. Again, we may break complete structure on this. I was anticipating the buy, remember, based upon that there. I haven't entered it. As you can see, I didn't enter it. Okay, that was the base of play. I didn't enter it because we are expecting today a liquidity grab on this lower side. Look at that. Look at that. The liquidity, I drew this morning. Liquidity grab has been taken. Okay, the liquidity grab has been taken. Will we go down into the lower levels? Will we go down into these lower levels today? We wait and see. Again, today's session has been a great one so far for doing some analysis and things like that. I'm going to keep this live. We've got this is played out. We now might have one or two things happen. It's either going to come break structure and come into the lower levels, or we're going to get the big push up back into these higher areas. Okay, so now we've technically got a new area of play, which is this here, or this here. I don't really want to be getting into a trade as such until we've got these areas broken. Again, the chart might look a little bit messy, but you have to watch this from the beginning to see me actually sort of do a play-by-play book sort of thing based upon the 1 minute. This could be an area of importance as well. The middle part, as I say, if we can come into 50% of that, look at the 50%. You could technically say like we could get a trade on here based upon that pullback, based upon that there, and then we could use that. There's a 1 to 3 2. Let's run that play there. We'll run that play there again. 1%. We're not in profit today, and we're not losing. Let's just see if we can hold structure with this pullback area here. Okay. There's a pullback area there. Again, you've got A, B, C. Okay. But again, watch this, guys. Let's just see the magic on this. See if we can get it again. So from the A to that. Okay. This, guys, don't make it up. The push. We've got the push. Okay. The arrow is the same measurement. Look. Can't make this stuff up. Look where it went to. Look where it went to. Again, ABC. Powerful stuff. Let's see if we hold structure. Again, let's just see if we get. Yeah. B. Okay. Drive down. Look where it's going to go, guys. Look at that. That's the B. That's the C. See, we'll get this sort of pattern going down to the next level. That's a 1 to 3.28. Extra sauce. It's extra sauce today, guys. Working with levels in the fire zones on the 1 minute. On the 1 minute. Again, we may find it just completely smashes through, break structure. If it does, eventually, if it breaks through without coming up to a retrace up to here, so to speak, because this is just 50% of this pullback. To be fair, it may just break right through. It may just break right through. We'll tidy this chart up a little bit later today, but as we are using our breaker structures in a simple fire zone of an order block on 1 minute, and then having our entry at the body of the fire block or the fire box, fire zone, and having the break structure on the higher side as a stop loss. Where it's come out to break the structure is the TP. Again, we're delving a little deep at the day, and I'm giving you an absolute in-depth look at how you could use other aspects of, like I say, levels, break a structure out of those levels, the harmonic stuff. All this comes with practice. Okay, let's say we'll get the climb to get the touch in the entry, and then we'll have a little look back on this in a second. I think today's session's been fantastic so far. Please comment below. Let me know if you're getting anything out of this, and I'll see you in the next 5 or 10 minutes. These are happening quite regular, so I think today's session is going to be quite lengthy, to be fair, but I'll see you in a bit. We're back once again. As you can see, this here, guys, this here is not a level, it's the pullback area of the ear, the ABC from the start to the ear. The B, we're waiting for the entry. We've got the entry now. Look at that. I just drove up as I've come on live. Let's say it's to the pinpoint. Will it break structure of this pullback? Okay, again, this is to this here. Let's see, we'll get the rejection down. And again, the B to C, guys, again, the impulse to impulse, we've got that. Okay, we've got the pullback into 50% of the retracement of here. Again, will we get the drive down? And that drive down, look where the drive down brings us. It brings us down into the lower areas of the levels we constructed this morning. Again, we are anticipating, as I say, structure to hold and to move to this top side. This is where I am anticipating price to go to, but can we hold structure and at least grab something? Because I also said this morning that we would possibly get a move down into the lower areas to take out liquidity. So this is why these are red on the bottom levels. We were anticipating a liquidity grab on the bottom side before the push up into the higher levels. Okay, again, I'm going to pause the video in a second. We're going to see if we get that. Again, this harmonic is now live with that. Hopefully you've been following along with this video. There's so much been happening with this morning, and so much sort of analysis has gone into it, and I hope you are enjoying it. Let's see if this structure holds from this pullback area. 50% being grabbed of the contracts. See if we'll get that other drive down. Again, only risking 1%. It might drive out. If it does, it doesn't really bother me, because we are still going to be 15% in profit for the week. All that bothers me is that we give you so much value and give you a more in-depth analysis on what I'm looking at and things like that. So I'm going to pause the video, let this play out for a bit. I'm going to go and make me halfway time or half-time cup of tea, guys, okay? So I shall speak to you in a bit, and we'll come back to you soon. Guys, it's the half-time cup of tea show. You remember them? Curly Whirlies. Okay. There we are. They're getting smaller. Curly whirlies, there's a blast from the past. Right, now let's take a look, see where we are. Look at this, the drive, it's held structure. The drive we've got at the moment, a 1 to 7.8. It's been to a 1 to 2. We are anticipating the move down to the 3.28. If I'm honest with you, even though I do believe it may go down to there, I think, let's take a look. We are currently at price-wise, we are currently at a 2. So I'm going to close it out. In fact, no, it's still going down, guys. We are at we're at a 2.5. I'll close it there. Okay. I'm closing it there, but I am anticipating it there. So I'll accept a close out of 2.5% win. Okay. So that's a 2.5%. I am anticipating it to go further down, to be fair. So you've seen me close that out here. I'll accept the 2.5. It's actually pushed out of there, to be fair. Let's just get rid of some of these bits of noise, to be fair. Let's get rid of some of these. Again, we'll wait for the break structure out of here before we were going to anticipate. So I'm just going to get rid of that as well. So there's a 2.5% win. That's going to add fantastic to the end of day conclusion. We'll see where we are from there. Again, we are expecting the drive down to here because of that simple impulse here. Okay, the drive, the pushback, which was 50% into this area, which I can now get rid of, to be fair. Let's get rid of that. It's all about having the eye for this sort of stuff. Again, we'll get rid of that. So I hope you found, I mean, I'd like to say, let's get this handsome Geordie, baldy headed face in front of you. Again, guys, it's live right in front of you. I'm doing it on the 1 minute chart. Yes, the 1 minute chart. It can be fast, it can be furious. Don't let it scare you. I say this on every single session. Once you get to a level where you can understand structure, once you get to a level of where you understand patterns, once you get to a level to understand like an order block sort of entity, all these sort of things, it's like a jigsaw piece. They just drop and slot into place. And when you go onto these charts, it does not matter. And I'll say this again, it doesn't matter whether it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, the 30 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly. These patterns will happen time and time and time again. It's just when you see these happen in front of you over and over and over again, you can sort of go onto a chart and it's like a fog lifting from around you. You come on, like what I've done this morning, you'll go on a chart and it'll be, I can see it. That's where this is going right now. This is going to respect these sort of levels. You've seen me write these levels out right in front of your very face. You can see here from this morning, bang, it's touching, it's respecting, it's respecting, it's respecting, it's respecting in here. It's come down, it's respecting into here. We'll get rid of that middle one because that was on the pattern. It's coming down, it's respecting the liquidity on the bottom side, but as it's come out to respect it, it's still touching within the fire zones. It's wicking into the fire zones. And guys, again, the middle part, as I've shown you today, the middle part was the initial swing point, okay? That is where we started from this morning. We shifted that swing point for if there was going to be a breaker structure to the top side. We've got our green areas, okay? And we've got the shifted player to the bottom side, which we make red on the fire zones. Okay, so again, yes, you need to know what's happening on the wider scope or the bigger picture to the left, higher time frames and things like that. But what we are doing and what we are anticipating and what we are going to drill down and refine is you're staying with one pair. I've done that since last week. I've stayed with one pair for over 9 days now. One pair. Not only one pair, I've not even looked at any of the charts. We've chopped everything right down to a 2-hour session. Started at 8 o'clock, yeah, till just after 10. Kids have got to go to school. So I now have this from 8:30 to 10:30. So I'm cutting out all the shit. I'm cutting out all the noise, completely eradicating all the noise that's around me. And I'm going, right, I'm looking at this pair. From there, yes, I'm doing a directional bias up to timeframes to the 15 minutes. Where are we in a trend? Where are we on a supply and demand above and below these areas? That's me playing field altogether, expecting the lower lows to be broken or the higher highs to be broken. From there, where is the next directional play being the supply or the demand? We've got these highlighted with the lighter boxes or the darker boxes, okay? And then from there, what we are doing is we're going, right, so that's what we're looking at. That's me start time. That's me finish time. There's me goal posts, okay? That's my goal posts. There's me crossbar, okay? That's me crossbar. That's the goal line on the bottom. That there in the middle, that's the goal net. That's what you want to smash the price through. That's where you're playing your levels on. That's what we've done today. We've done it with 2 patterns. Yes, technically, if I didn't move that other one to a break even, we could have been in hellish profit. We're still in hellish profit today. We could have been more near double figures in profit. So I say double figures. We could have been towards 6 or 7% profit for today. I'm happy with 2.5. I'm happy with 2.5. And again, from there, guys, that there is just showing you the power of being able to identify or structurally break down, like I see, your supply and demand based upon the 15-minute for your directional bias. From there, what we've done is you've got your levels on your goal posts between that swing point. And then from your goal post, you've got your crossbar and your goal line. Now, I hope today's set, I'm going to call that early today, to be fair. We've caught at 2.5%. I'm going to call that early today. That's a winning trade. I hope you've seen power in this. What we'll do is we'll update our list as always while we're on live. Let's take a look. So what we need to do is copy, paste. This will be 24th. Okay, the first one was break even. Looking at it structure wise, we should have kept it going. To be fair, it did actually hit our TPs. It was a good 4 or 5%. The second trade, we got a 2.5. Still being a good day. What's made it even better is the fact. That we've had a good run by run, play by play, structure wise. Okay, so again, let's get our trusty calculator out. We've got a 16.34 plus a 2.5 for the day. $18.84. So we've got in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days. So we've got 2 weeks worth now. Okay. So just divide that by the 10. 1.88. So the percentage per day has just here gone up. From there, guys, what we'll do is Run that there. We're going to merge center. That gets filled in as orange. Merge center. Filled in as gray. Three. Now I want to talk a little bit about week 3, okay, before we go. We've got some really good momentum going at the moment. I'm really am chuffed to bits with this. Absolutely chuffed to bits with this. So next week, it'll be the 27th and 28th, okay? Unfortunately, the 27th, I've got a hospital appointment, okay? So I can't make it on, the morning session. As you're all well aware, I have been diagnosed with arthritis. I do take heavy medication for that at the moment. So I've got to go for fortnightly blood tests with that. I'm feeling well in myself. It's just when I take this medication, it does make me bad for 24 to 48 hours. It's just until I get the body attained to a more easy, manageable level. So unfortunately, on the 27th, I will be at a hospital appointment. Let's just go back on this. From there, guys, the 28th as well. The 28th, I also can't trade, simply because on the 28th, we're getting some housework, electrical work done. So again, health and safety regulations. The guys have told me the electric's got to be turned off while they're faffing along with it for obvious reasons, okay? So I'm just going to put their electrical work at home. Okay. Now, I hope you are enjoying these sessions that I've been doing. Again, please comment, please engage as much as you can on the bottom of the YouTube feed, okay? If you're getting so much out of this and you're not involved with what I have here, you need to hit the join button right away on the YouTube. Get access to this stuff because there's so much more goes into what we have on there. And again, guys, 18.84% growth in 2 weeks of trading, okay? 2 weeks of trading using this method with one pair, 2 hours a day, and at times not even 2 hours a day. I cut this short. We've done about an hour and a half today because I'm happy with that 2.5% growth. I've got some other stuff to do today. I've got the Forex Friday weekly vlog. Keep an eye on that. Have a little look on my YouTube videos. Click on the community. Let's see you getting involved a little bit more. Going into next week, obviously, we've got the Monday and the Tuesday of the 27th and 28th. I can't trade on those 2 days. Unfortunately, we'll pick this up on the Wednesday. Okay, we'll just close that down. And just to look back on this as well, you can see these fire zones. Guys, there's power in what we do here with this, okay? Going to cut it short there, guys. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. We'll catch us all later. Stay safe. Don't overtrade. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend, guys. Catch us later.